स्क्रीन दिख रहा है? Okay. So today we'll start. We saw in last previous class the difference between headset and link head, right? So duplicates are not allowed, right? In link headset and headset also. Insertion order not maintained in headset, but in link headset, insertion order is maintained. And duplicate capacity 16 and load factor is default 0.05, right? Okay. Now let's create new package today. Session 22. Okay. New class. Class name is linked hash sample. Okay. So we need one main method. So what is the syntax? How to create, right? Create link hash set. Now how to create? So link hash set. Link hash set. Now if you have to specify any data type, we can do like this. Integer and any object. Link hash set equal to new link hash set. Now this is our homogeneous. This is our homogeneous. Okay. So for heterogeneous, we know, right, how to create. So
We
I'm
just remove
just
the integer, right?
so
And
we'll
one thing, Makan, why they are using this less than or greater than after new linked asset you mentioned, right? New.
so this is this one you are referring to?
Yeah, in that row only last linked asset less than or greater than that symbol. Why? Without that also we can run, right? What is the use of that exactly?
So this is the syntax. You can pass it here. So this is optional. Same you can pass it, but this is the syntax you have to do.
Yeah,
If
we
it's a
have to use because last time I use without that also we can run, right?
no, that is I am showing again. That how.
Hmm.
So
Show
if
me the difference.
for
If you add, if you not add, what will happen?
homogeneous, this is homogeneous data. Means
Okay.
similar kind of. If integer, then it's integer only. If it's string, then string. In that case, you need to specify this way. For in first angular bracket, you have to say integer the data type, and here also you can mention it or you can leave it. But in case homo plus hetero means any kind of data, right? If you want to store together, then in that case, you will create object like this. Suppose I'm doing 1 equal to new link has set.
Asset.
So
Yeah.
in this,
Correct.
is you can store
Homogeneous or
any
vector, both, right? One
correct,
vector,
correct, any data types.
any data. Okay.
Both syntax are difference. So here angular brackets. So this one only specify to homogeneous. But if you write this way, then homo plus hetero both. Okay.
Okay.
Now see we'll just print this one. We'll use homo plus heterogeneous. Okay. Homo
Most of the
plus
developers will use this only, right? Homogeneous plus heterogeneous.
it depends. But we should know both. It depends, based on the program design and all.
Where they're going to use salary, that time they're going to use integer like that. Only
Yeah,
numerics data.
correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now link has said this is homogeneous plus heterogeneous. We'll see now. So I'm saying so similar. We saw the add all this command, right? Add. So if you want to add now, this is adding, right? Suppose I'm adding one, then I'm adding, for example, two. Anything it will take. Any string also it will take. Okay. For example, dot add four, add dot five. Now, if I am to print system.out.println, so I will say just pass this one, right? So we'll see it's maintain the insertion order or not. So based on our discussion, we said that insertion order is maintaining. Okay. So the way you are putting the data, you will print the same. So let's run it. So you can see insertion order is maintaining. Suppose add another one or add. It's now again if I am to do print, right? So so it will again say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not printing randomly. It is taking how you enter it. Based on that, it is taking. So insertion order is maintained. Sequence is there. Okay, you can see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's
Correct.
maintaining. Now, what about the hash set? We saw that insertion order is not maintained. Let's create another object for hash set now. Okay, so same thing only you can do. Create hash set, and now I'm saying, or we can do here instead of this one, right? We'll just comment for the time being, and we'll say hash set, and same object will use equal to new hash set. Now, see, if suppose I want to pin the same thing, right, with the hash set. So insertion order will not maintain. Let's try that. So I'm thinking 7. Okay. And now again I'm printing. Okay. So ideally I should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So this is for link headset. Let me create another class headset. Headset. Main. So here I'm saying headset is equal to new headset. And here I'm just passing some data. Dot add stem. Here I'm saying 20. And here I'm saying suppose 30, 40. Okay. Now let's print that pages. Now you can see the difference. It's printing like this. So insertion order is not maintained in headset. So ideally we should get first 10, then 20, 30, 40, 50, but it is coming random, right? 50, 20, 40, 10, 30. So you are clear with the difference between headset and link headset, right? So insertion order not maintained in headset, whereas in link headset, insertion order is maintaining. Okay. So and link headset is slower compared to headset. Okay, because of the insertion order because it's maintain the insertion order, right? So you may have thousands of data and all. So based on the because of the insertion order, it takes time to maintain the insertion order. That's why linked list is little bit slower compared to hash because it doesn't maintain the insertion order. It's randomly it will you can access it. Okay, so this is the difference between headset and link headset. Hope you understand, right? The difference.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, great. And all the methods, right? All the method what we use for headset, okay, all we can use for link headset. There is no hard and fast rule that we cannot use. We can use all the methods. So I am not going to repeat. You can use all the method. Okay, add, remove, all these methods, whatever we saw in headset,
Mm-hmm.
all this operation we can perform. This all thing is related to uh, you know the set interface.
Okay.
Okay, so we can do it. Okay.
So what about duplicates? It's allowing, right? Duplicate. It's not allowing.
So duplicates are not allowed in
As-
linked list and link headset or headset. Okay. So now just again, if we have to see,
No, you mentioned last time, right? As set not allows duplicate, but link as set allows duplicate.
no, no, in linked list. So the difference in set, duplicates are not allowed. Okay.
In set,
In
both the
this,
set,
yeah,
Ash or link set.
both has set and link has set, duplicates are not allowed.
Okay.
Only the difference is insertion order
Insertion order.
maintained in link has set, whereas in has set, insertion order is not maintained.
Okay.
Okay, this is only the difference, but this both set doesn't allow duplicate.
Okay.
Okay, but in list, right? Uh, the list, whatever we saw, right? In basically in that interface, right? Duplicates are allowed. Like list, we saw array list, linked list, right? In that case, duplicates are allowed, but set, no duplicates are allowed. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so this is the link headset. Okay, and all the methods are common for both headset and link headset. You can perform all. Okay, now let's close this. Let me open the diagram. Okay, so we know collection is the interface, right? And it has three sub interface.
List interface, set interface,
Yeah, list. List
set.
is also interface. Set is also interface, and one is what? One is queue interface. Q U E U E. So this is also one interface, queue interface. Okay, let me make this. Okay, so in list, right, we saw array list.
Linked list.
Yeah, array list, and we saw linked list. Linked list. Okay. Here in set we saw hash
Hash
set,
set, linked hash set.
hash set, and link hash set. Okay. Now the third one, today we'll talk about this. Okay, queue. So in queue, okay, we have one class that is called priority queue. Priority queue. This is again a class. Okay, priority queue. And also this linked list, right? This linked list also we can implement. Okay, means this linked list is also implementing this queue interface. Okay, so today we'll see all of these, the use of priority queue, where to use, why we use. Okay, let's talk about priority queue. So this is clear, right? So collection is the parent. It has a child interface, list, set, queue. Under list, we have array list, linked list. Under set, hash set, link hash set. And
What about
in
the
queue,
sorted set, tree set?
so sorted set and all, we are not going to cover it, but it's a, if you want to, so set, for set, another child interface called sorted set. Okay, and that interface also implements called tree set. So these are not needed for automation point of view. It's okay if you know these 5, 6 things. That okay.
Okay.
So when you develop a program, right, as a programmer, developer, you should know all of this because you have to, design based on that. You should know 100% collection concepts. But from automation point of view, if you know this five, right, it's enough. Okay. And we have map that we also will cover. Map is a separate interface, independent. Okay. That we'll talk later. That's enough for automation point of view. Okay. Now, what is queue interface? Okay. So basically, the queue interface, okay, like how queue interface works. Okay. So it's follows FIFO. Okay. FIFO concept. FIFO means first in, first out. Okay. This is FIFO concept. That means suppose this is your list. Okay. You have this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for example. So we have suppose 10. Okay. So this way, from this way, right? This is for deletion. Deletion. So deletion will be happening from left. Okay. And from here, you will add or insert. Okay. So add or insert or store, whatever. So mean first in. So from right hand side, first it will in. Suppose I am entering the value. For example, this is my value. It first in, right? And first out when you say, so this one will be what? So this one will be for deletion. This one will consider first. So here, when you delete, so the first in, first out. So what you are entering, suppose you want to enter next 2, 3, right? It will shifting from left, right to left. No? You are getting my point, right? Suppose everyone is in queue, right? 6, 7, everyone wants to take their seats, right? So
So saying
one,
already 1, 2, 3 we entered. Next time when you're entering, it will start from again 4, 5,
yeah,
6, right?
yeah, no. What I'm saying, first in, first out concept means suppose these are the suppose seats, right? It's empty
Correct.
seats. Now one is sitting here. First in. So when two will come, right? First will be shifted to here only, na? Because two is there, right? Two also needs space. He will place in, so one will be here, for example, then here two will come. Now three is waiting. Three is also want to occupy the seat. This one will shifting here, and this two will come here, right? And this three will come here. That's how it will shift, right? From right to left.
Mm.
This will entering the. So just uh, for you understanding, this is front end. Okay, this is front end, and this is rear end. So this is rear. So any operation will happen. So it will happen from the like deletion thing will be happen from the rear end, and
Mm.
from front you are inserting the thing. Okay. So this is the use of. So just understand. Uh, Q is okay following concept. First in, first out. The one you enter, okay, that one only exit first. Okay, that's how it is work. So first in, first out. Okay. Means the one it is entering, it will shifting to here. One now for deletion, right? You want to, so deletion will be happening for one first, then second, whatever you are entering the value. So first in, first out. Okay.
So the first in is a whatever entering, first out means a whatever deletion. That is concept,
Right,
right?
right.
Hmm.
So whatever you are entering first, that one will, and for deletion operation will be also give first priority to that.
Okay.
Okay. First in, first out. This is the concept. Okay. Now we'll see the basically in priority queue, right? So there are lot of things. Suppose what is the difference between list, linked list and priority queue now? So you saw in linked list insertion order maintained, right? It was maintained the insertion order. Whereas in set has set it was not maintained, right? The insertion order was not maintained. But in linked list insertion order maintained. Okay. And what about this one? So in queue, right? You in queue interface, the insertion order is auto sorting. Okay. So it's a auto sorting insertion order. So you do not need to worry about it will auto sort. Whether it is, sorting or not, it will based on because it's follow the queue, right? So first in, first out. That's why it's a auto sorting. Huh? You got point, right? So or so here is auto sorting, but here in linked list it's maintained, right? But
Hmm.
in has not maintained, but here is auto. You do not need to worry. That's why the concept follow first in, first out. That means it is auto sorting, na? First in, first out. You got my point, right? So anything first will come, it will operate first. We'll see a program, then we'll understand better. So just for now, you understand queue doesn't follow any insertion order, needs to be maintained because it's a auto sorting. Okay, internally it will auto sort. Okay, and it's also follow FIFO first in, first out. Okay, and same duplicates are allowed. Okay, duplicates are allowed. Okay, one more thing I forgot in has set, right? Link has set also duplicates are allowed. Sorry, but
Give me both.
here,
Draco.
ah, correct.
Again, when
In
you're trying now, it's not allowing.
right, in has set duplicates not allowed. Okay, not allowed. Whereas in link has set it's duplicates allowed. My bad, I forgot. Yeah, this is allowed. Similarly, here also in queue duplicates are allowed. Okay, it's allowed. Now also only the difference is we used to do heterogeneous data, right? For
Hmm.
all kind of data. But in case of priority queue, only it uh, allows homogeneous. Okay. Okay. Now let's see one program and we'll get better clarity. So let me create one class called queue, queue sample. This queue sample and this is my main method. Now how to create priority. So priority queue, it's belongs Java utility package. Now anything you can type PQ new PQ and okay. Now I want to add dot add post 100. PQ dot add, and I'm saying okay. And here I'm saying 200. I'm saying 300. Here I'm saying 400. Okay. Now we have total 5. Now let's print system.out println and just print PQ. Let's see. Is it maintaining auto sorting or not? Or insertion order also will see. Because it should maintain the auto sorting and not to maintain the insertion order.
कुछ error आ रहा है.
So you can see I intentionally did this error. I told you one thing, right? It's only support the homogeneous, right?
We need to mention.
Syntax wise, there is no issue, right? Syntax is okay for string data, but it shows integer cannot be typed, be cast to long that you can see this message. Class java dot lang integer cannot be cast to class java lang string because of this. If I comment this one, okay, now if print, you will be able to see the output. There is no issue. Can you see? So based on that, you understand it's only follows the homogeneous, right? Or it's allow homogeneous data, not heterogeneous. Hetero means all, right? Mix of data types. It's not allowed. Clear this part?
What about if you are going to declare as an object is not going to take both integer and string?
In Q, only one homogeneous. Both will not work. That's what I'm saying. Eh? Only homogeneous will work. Whatever you do, it's only homogeneous, not heterogeneous.
Okay.
This is the syntax. You can't do any modification here, okay? You can't say like this. Integer. This is not the syntax. The syntax is again if you are putting string, so again you are saying homogeneous only, na?
Now instead of integer or string, we can add object, right? You can add
Object.
ah.
And now if I print, so object also a class, okay, and it's
Right.
that is that is fine, but what basically is what I'm saying, trying to say is it's what I mean to say, this is not allowed because it's only support this basically priority queue only support homogeneous. That is why if you do object also, it will see the same thing because internally it's not implemented now. Whatever you put here, it will not work because this queue itself, priority queue itself, or queue interface itself built in such a way that you cannot store homogeneous type. Okay. Now, if you are getting, you can try if you get to a homo plus.
No, got it, got it. This is not allowing. If you add homogeneous sector, both are coming under object only, right?
Right. But this in this interface doesn't implement all those stuffs, na. Some interface has a own logic, right? So based on that, we can't do any modification here. So whatever they told, we have to follow that. So priority queue does not store any heterogeneous data, right? And it's the auto sorting, the insertion order auto sorting, right? Let's do the find button. And this is way that we create object. There is only one way to create the syntax is this is only. But for other we saw like hard coded string or integer, right? But here this is one. Okay, and you can see the insertion order is also maintained, right? 100, 200, whatever you enter, right? It will come there. Okay, now it has a few methods. Okay, it has a few methods. So let's talk about the methods. So add method, right? We know the add method. Already we covered the adding method, right? Now we have commonly like few common use methods is there which we use in queue interface. So one is add method. Okay. The another is offer method. Okay. So offer method, what does it mean? It insert the specific element, okay, element, specific element into the queue, into the queue if the task is successful. Okay, this offer method returns true if not then false. So basically what it does, offer it's a method, it's in insert specific element into the queue. Okay, and when you are successfully able to add it, so it will return true. If not able to add it, then it will return false. Now let's see that one. Okay, now I'm saying PQ the object dot offer. Okay, now I want to enter 500, right? So now do the print, just copy this one and just print it. Okay, so let's just comment this one. Okay, we are able to enter it. Okay, we are able to enter it. For example, this is offer means insert the specific element into the queue. If the task is successful, offer returns true. If not, then false. Let's see. Okay. Now again, now this is what the output we are getting 100, 200, and this is the output. Now we are trying to add this one. Now let's try. So you can see duplicates are not allowed, right? See, we should have 2 times 500. It's not allowed, right? It is not allowed. Now I will show you the true and false thing. So I'm saying offer and suppose 500 dot Offer system dot output println PQ. True and false. Okay, I will check this method. Okay, I will let you know. Anyway, this offer method, but for understanding, offer method is insert the specific element to the queue. If task is successful, then it returns true, otherwise it's false. I will check and let you know this one. Okay. Okay. Next method is access method. Okay. Access method. How to do that? We have lot of methods. Let me just write all these methods. Access method. So access method means to access to access okay any data we have element access the element method. Okay, now let's see this one. So I'm saying system dot out dot println so pq dot ele element. Okay, now let's run it. So let me just comment these things. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400. Let's run it. So elements, it's again a method access. It wants access, right? So it's return the head of the queue. Okay, and it will also throw like a exception if the queue is empty. So now you can see it is returning 100 because it's its head of the queue means so the queue means what happened in here we saw this one right so this one so head of the queue means whichever you enter first in first out, right? So whichever you enter first this one, right? So one we entered first, so head of the queue it will check always on top whatever you enter in. For example, if I add pq dot add and now I'm saying 1000. Okay, now just let's do print here and run it. So we will have two output, right? Print statement. So one for this, let's run it and we will see. Okay, so this is first coming like this. Thousands is not coming. Okay, or okay. Now again insertion order is maintaining. This is what okay. Now if this 100 I'm making 999. Okay, and now let's print. Okay, so it's printing from this one 200. What about this? It is not taking. It is coming like So it's already auto sorting, so we don't have any control. Okay. And we can't ask why it is coming, because based on the changes and all, it will print. So auto sorting. And now this is 200. So this is, it's basically returns the head of the queue. Okay. And suppose, for example, if I don't have anything, and this also just comment out, and if I print PQ elements, right? Then what happens? So it will throw an error that no such element exception. So because it will throw error because there is nothing. That's why this method will not work. Okay. So this just the definition, like the element one returns the head of the queue and throws an exception if the queue is empty. Okay, this is what, this is element method. Okay, now we have another method called peak method. So peak method, what it does, return the head of the queue, okay, and returns null if the queue is empty. Okay, so it will returns the head of the queue and returns empty. But in this case, it returns exception, right? Because empty. But here we will not see the exception. It will just say null if queue is empty. Let's try that one as also. So system.out.println and pq dot pick. This is the method. Now let's comment this one. Okay. So this is the normal output what we enter here. Okay. And this is 200. It is picking this one. Okay. Because first in, first out, na? So that's why we enter first time this one. Okay. That's why it is considering the this one, not this one. Okay. So this is 200 and it is 200. Now if I just place in between and now to print it, let's see. So again, it's 200. Okay, so if it's commented, suppose in case of element we saw when we commented, we saw exceptions. But in case of pick, we should not see exception. It should return like null. Now you can see, right? We are getting the null value. So it is not throwing. So the difference between element and pick is, pick element is throw an exception if uh, list is empty, whereas pick will throw null. Okay, in case of list is empty. Okay, now let's in some. Okay, now another one. So remove method, right? For remove method, we have one method called remove. Okay, remove. This is one method. Suppose I want to remove, right? So pq dot remove. Okay. Now I want to remove. Let's print it. This also I'm comment out. And after remove, I'm saying just PQ print. So you can see the difference when you say the remove, right? So the first one will get removed because already in chart I mentioned, right? So the first in, first out. So as per our program, 200 we enter first, na? Right? 200 is our first. So the deletion also will do for this one because first this in, then first it will get the priority to out. That's why when we say remove, right, it is deleting 200 because 200 is on top. Now we check our queue list, we have 399 this. Now again, if you say, if you repeat this statement, right, twice, then what happened? Then 300 will get removed. Then we'll have 999, 400, 1000. Okay, we this is what it works. Now see 400, so 300 also got removed. You understand, right? How it works? First in, first out. When you say the deletion, right? Remove is what? Basically deletion. So first, whatever we enter, that one only it will delete first. Now we have 400. Now again, if you repeat, then 400 will out of the box. Then you will have this 99, 999, and this 400 will get removed from here. Let's try that also. That is the use of queue interface, first in, first out. Now see, this is what we expected. 90, 999, and 400 got. Okay, so this is the use of remove one. Now we have another method called pull method. Okay, this is the method. So suppose I want to pull is what basically it will remove. Okay, it's also kind of remove only, but it will return. Okay, it will return what it is going to remove it, then it will remove. Okay, this is pull method, and also it returns null if queue is empty. Okay, so now let's see that also. System.out.println. Now I'm saying pq dot queue. Okay, and system.out.println. So we have so far two only, right? So this 999, 1000, because we have already did the operations here. So we have only this two. Now if I do the print for PQ after pulling, then what happened? Till now we have value 999, 999,000. Now let's run it. Okay, so pull also first in first. Okay, the concept is very clear. So when we had 999, 1000, pull also a kind of a deletion. So what it is doing? This is deleting this 999 because this is in first place now. It will delete. After that, we have this one. Okay. Now we have 1000, right? Okay. Let's comment 1000. So I said pull also returns null if the queue is empty. Okay. Now we have removed everything is deleted, nothing is left, right? If I do print now, so our list is empty, right? I'm just simple printing PQ, the object. See, this is empty, right? There is nothing. Now, if I just take this statement, full statement, then what happened? It should return null if list is empty. Let's see that one also. Can you see? It's coming null because our list is empty. Okay. So these are the method we use for queue operation, means queue interface. Okay. Did you get?
Makan, I didn't get this one. Right. Access part. Go that just go row number 1 second. 26 line, yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? This one also is accessing first element.
So accessing is it's just the access. Okay. It the way you for example this one, right? Let me try.
You need to add access or element.
1 minute. Let me add. Okay, here I am adding PQ dot. So PQ dot add. I'm adding in 2000. System dot out dot println. Okay. So here I'm saying PQ dot element.
Hmm.
You are just accessing whatever is there. So our till this much, our element is null, right? Means
Correct.
we have nothing. Okay. Now we have added new one, right? Now if I print, so it is just you are accessing. Okay. The way like we get, right? Use the get method and all to retrieve the data and all. Similarly, this element will just the get this one. So I have suppose another add. Now I'm saying 3000. And now if I print the same one, so always so because of first in first out, right? First in first out, it's only return the head of the queue, whichever is on head. Now this is on top, right? Always it will return the top. Okay, because of even the operation also, remove operation also, it will only give the first priority to the first in first out logic. Means whichever comes comes first and placed here, it will only entertain. Okay, that's how same all the methods will like follows the first in first out. So here we have 3000, 2000. So it is again pointed to this 2000 because first in, so first serve. That's okay. This is just for understanding. We like we use very less, but you should know, and it methods also very limited. Okay, so but you should know the difference and all, right? It's allow only homogeneous queue and all. Queue operation we really perform very less, depends. Okay, but you should know all these things. Pull and all we cover, right? Remove. What is the difference between remove? So remove will throw an exception, whereas pool is only throw null if empty, right? We saw the pick and element both. So pick is also again, return the head of the queue, and it will throw it will not throw any exception. It's a return only null. Okay, and offer also similar kind of things. Offer and add both, like insertion purpose only into the queue. Okay, these are the like methods only we use. And iterator, for loop and all we saw, right? How to interact with that. That we saw, right?
Mm.
So there is no issue.
Sure.
So let's cover now inter another interface called map interface. So this is only the one left for the collection. So map interface. Okay. So map is a interface, and there is no direct or indirect link with collection. Okay. Map is the different, like you can say independent interface. Okay. Map. Okay. So this is interface, and map has a child class. One is hash table. Okay, this is us. And also this is called a legacy class, because uh, till Java 1.6 it was there. Okay, so means till means from the beginning it is there. That's why it is also called legacy class. Okay, again after 1.6, another class map implemented is hash map. Okay, hash map. Okay, this is also class. So map has a two class. Map interface has a two class, hash table and hash map. These two are only important in terms of automation. Rest will have map also implements sorted map. Okay, just for your understanding, sorted map, and this is also interface. Just for understanding, okay, but no need to learn these things. And this interface also implemented have extend child interface, that is navigable map. This is also a interface. It's also extend tree map. Tree map. Okay, so this is again a class. And hash link set extend another class, like link hash map. Okay, so just for your understanding, just focus in these three things. Okay, let's just focus in this. So map and hash table, hash map. So when do we use map interface? So whenever you want to store any data, key and value pair, right? Suppose EMP employee ID and employee name, right? Key and value pair, employee name. In collection, whatever we saw, there it's not possible, right? Key and pair. We can only store a single data, right? But here we can store like 101, okay, any name, any name. So this is my employee one, and this is key and value pair. So we use map interface. The purpose of map interface. This will come to the picture because this is only one interface who can store key and pair value. And that's why there is no link with the collection. Okay, all the other interface with what we covered today, because their logic is not similar to this logic. When they can't implement these things, then they ask map to implement all this. Then map will perform his own functions. So key and value here. Just remember key and value map. Okay. Now, so what is the syntax, right? Let me create a one map interface. So in map we have, before I create, let me explain. So how it works. So map, this is angular bracket int. Suppose data type you want to store in string, right? This is, and just this object map equal to new map. Okay, and here again int angular bracket, okay, and bracket close. So this is the syntax. Okay, this is the syntax how we write map and key and value. This is a pair called pair, right? Key and value, it's one pair. Then object equal to new map is key and value. This is the how it works. Okay. So few methods are available. Methods. Okay. So one is put method. One is put all method. One is get get method. So it will take a parameter key. Okay. Number 4, change key, and it will take key parameter. Then remove, again it will take key as a parameter. Then key set. Okay. And number 7, entry set. These are the methods. Okay. These are the methods available under interface. Okay. Now, this is why you use that, we are clear, right? When we want to store key and value, that time you use. Now, what about the hash table and hash map? Okay. So let's focus on hash map now. Okay. When to use, why we use hash map. So hash map. Okay. So few points you should remember. Number 1, hash map is a class implements map interface. Number 2, it contains only unique elements elements. Okay, unique elements. That means no duplicate keys. Keys means uh, keys means suppose my employee one, employee two, right? Key and value, right? Okay. So key means employee SID, for example. Okay, employee ID, employee records. So name can be common, right? I can have a two Markhan, but employee code can be different, right? It can't be same. So that's why no duplicate keys. Okay. Third point, stores the values in key and value pair. Okay. It will store the data as a key and value pair. And number five, it may have one null key. Okay. And multiple null values. So it have only you can it's allow only one time null and but multiple null values. All these things will see while writing our code. Okay, main maintain no order or no shifting. So order means insertion order, right? No insertion order, it's maintain or shifting from left to right, it's not maintaining. Okay, it doesn't maintain anything. The hash map is non-synchronized, not thread safe. So let me explain this point. I might miss what is synchronized and non-synchronized. Okay, so for example, you have some. So what is synchronized and not synchronized? Okay, let's take example. This is your IRCTC website, okay, for booking your tickets. Now, suppose this is one user, this is another user, and here also one user. Okay, so his requirement is suppose three tickets. His requirement is two tickets. His requirement is one ticket, for example. Okay, now suppose what happened, there are six tickets available. For example, there are six tickets available. Now, here what happened? This is considered a task. Okay, this is one, task two, task three. T1, T2, and T3. Okay, so what happened? There is no rule, right? That everybody can't jump on the same time and do the logging. There is one time, standard time, suppose 10:30 for a Zoom. Just a example, 10:30, everyone can log in and do their booking, right? So everyone is attempting at the same time to book their tickets, right? So this is called multitasking. Okay, this is called multitasking. Okay, and this is also like thread, multi-thread, right? So when there is a multi-threads are operation doing operation at the same time, that means it's a multi-thread. So thread is happening. Okay, every can do. And now take another example. Suppose there is a classroom. Okay, and this is one lecturer. This is another lecturer. Okay, so one classroom. Now he is for coding. Suppose Java he is teaching, and this one is Selenium, for example. Selenium. Now both cannot perform their task at the same time, right? Either the first person should complete, then the other one should start. So this is called no thread. Means multiple person cannot perform the same task at a time. Okay, one has to be wait for once the another is completing his task. So this is called no no thread. Okay, no task, right? Because one person is only and uh, interacting with the class students, other has to be wait. So this is called no thread. Okay, so and this is not even synchronized. So this is called a synchronized. So everyone can go and do, right? So synchronization is happening. Okay, so this is what synchronized and no synchronized. Okay, now let's create a class for hash map. Hash map code. We have a main method and now how syntax, right? For hash map, how to create. So very simple hash map, and suppose key and value, right? I'm saying integer, comma, string, regular bracket. Then just give any object hm equal to new hash map. Okay, and this is optional. This here it's optional. You can pass or if you're okay, that's okay. But left hand side, it's compulsory. Okay. Now this is what we created. Employee suppose, or we can say employee data. Okay. For example. So what I'm going to say, employee data dot put. This is one method to insert, right? So key and value pair. So put suppose 101 employee ID and name is John because it's a string, right? So I'm entering like this. Again, emp data dot put second 102 comma Paul. This is second. Again, emp data dot put 103 comma 10. Okay. Now there are three, right? If I do now print system.out.println and emp data, I will get this output. Let's open this one. So hash map, it's a class, implements map interface. It contains only unique elements, no duplicates key. That also will try now. Okay. Sorry, I'm running different class. So we'll see the second point. It contains only unique elements, no duplicate keys. Okay, now you can see it is storing like this. Okay, so 101 John, then Paul, then 3. This is okay. No duplicate keys. Okay, for example, I just want to change to some other name. Okay, any name, Tom, and to store. See here, key as per our definition, there are no duplicate keys, right? Now, if I try to print, what happens? It is allowing to add, okay, but it will not even give you any error, but it will not add. Let's see that. Now see, so what is happening? We are not getting any error, right? Like duplicate not allow or something on any exceptions and all. But only one thing is happening here. One thing is happening. So earlier 103 was Sam, but now 103 is Tom. Okay. So the moment you try to enter duplicate key with a different value, what happened? The most recent value will take place of the existing keys value. Okay. So suppose now again I'm trying to update on 103 to Marken. So if you print now, so this Tom will be replaced by Marken. If you print, so this is what. So duplicate keys are not allowed. Okay. This is the point for hash map. Now see, it's because the most recent one will going to add it. Okay, this is the one. Okay, now suppose I want to get some other, for example, now we saw this one, right? Duplicates are not allowed, but duplicate values are allowed. Okay, now suppose I'm telling this Sam will be there, this Sam B will be there. Okay, let me comment this too. Okay, now value is there, right? If I print, I will get all three places sent because values are allowed, but not the keys. Now see, everywhere is coming like this, right? So there is no issue with the value. So remember, key cannot be duplicated. Okay. Now, one more thing, system.out.println. So we have this three, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And suppose I want to get a print for 4. For example, just assume. So I'm saying employee data. We don't have anything in 4, right? So get is a method we know. And I want to see on 4. What would be the answer? What would be the output? It should be null value, right? Because in fourth index position, there is nothing. We have stored it, right? So even like 3 also, for example, 1 second. So you can see this is null we are seeing, right? There is nothing stored. So one null value is allowed. Okay, this is one null value is allowed. Okay. Suppose I want to get it. I want to get for this, for example. So get now another is system.out.println emp data dot get. So get basically you can this pass this key. Okay. When you pass key, you will get the this one. Let me comment this one. So get is just you want to read whatever on for Sam, right? So this pair you want to read. This is the use of get. So we can see Sam, right? If I change to John and print will see John. Okay. So we have a lot of methods that we can discuss because time is now over. I think for today it's okay. So we'll see rest all the methods